Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Hobbydude 007 channel. Well, we are back finally. It's been 16 days since the hurricane came through, and it has left us with a lot to clean up, and I'll share some of that with you here in a few minutes. But I want to get a video back up finally, and got a couple of shop card shout outs. So I want to do just a quick look at Auto Modeler magazine. We were without internet for 2 weeks, so we haven't been able to get a lot done online, but we're going to try to catch up now. So let's get to it. I want to start with a couple of shop card shout outs. First up, Donnie Griffin at Grumpy Old Man Scale Modeling. What an awesome channel. When you get over to the channel, you're going to see this 55, but I love Tri-5s. And you know, every time I see one of these shop cards that's double-sided, I like that. I keep saying that. I really need to rethink that, but I haven't done any new cards in a while. But I really need to take a look at doing that, because I just think that's cool. And Donnie, the note you put in there, I appreciate the kind words on the note there. Truly do. If you're not familiar with Donnie's channel, head over to Donnie Griffin or Grumpy Old Man Scale Models and check it out. He just did a video on splash paints, about 4 different colors. Really informative. I'm an MCW guy, but I've heard so much about splash paints for so long. I actually am going to be picking up some in Atlanta, and we'll talk about Atlanta in a minute too. Donnie's also in the USAC group build this year, the 68 Dart. Check out his video, his intro video on that. He's also just finished up his Saturday night short track group build, so head over and check that video out too. That GTO is really, really sharp. Did a great job on it. So you're going to really enjoy the channel. And as always, let's grow this hobby, grow the algorithm so these videos get seen more. So be sure that you give him a sub and check out the videos and give him some thumbs ups. It really helps the community and each of these channels grow as well. And I know Donnie'd appreciate it too. Donnie, thanks again, buddy. Next up is Chris over at Chris's House of Plastic. Now this is a fun channel as well. And Chris, thank you, sir, for the kind words there. Chris's channel is, he's been up for a little while now. He's got some cool videos too. He's also in the USAC group build as well. So head over and check out his direction for his intro video for his 68 Dart as well. But check that out. You got off-roaders, you got the old dirt trackers, you got it's just cool stuff over there. He's doing a 99 Chevy pickup truck. Y'all know I've got my low slung 01 that is one of my loves anyway. It's my pickup, and so I'm eagerly watching that one too. I'm interested to see where he's going, because I know he's going to be lowering that as he mentioned in the video too. So head over Chris's House of Plastic, give him a sub, check out the videos. You're going to get something out of all of them, guys. Appreciate it very much. And Chris, thanks again, buddy. Real quick, I want to take a look at Auto Modeler magazine. This is the second issue. There's a few things I'm not going to go over in it, because our buddy Tim over at Throttle Power did a page by page, and it's pretty comprehensive. It's pretty in-depth, and so I'm not going to go over all that again. If you haven't seen that yet, head over to Throttle Power and check out Tim's coverage of the magazine. But there's a couple of things in here I do want to touch on real quick. First up, in about a week and a half now, almost 2 weeks, we've got the Southern Nationals in Cartersville, Georgia, just north of Atlanta, and the theme again is the 60th anniversary, or 60 years of Mustang and pickup trucks. This is always one of the must go to shows in the country. They had 930 or 40 entries last year. The vendors were from all over the country, just absolutely great stuff. These guys are some of the most helpful bunch of guys you'll ever want to be around. They exude that southern hospitality, and they put on a class show. They really do. This is October the 26th at the Clarence Brown Conference Center in Cartersville, Georgia. And like I said, it's always a class act. It's always one of my favorite shows of the year, if not my favorite to go to. I love them all, though, to be honest with you. But this one is great because I get to see a lot of my buddies from all over the country that I don't get to see at a lot of the other shows. And like I said earlier, the vendors, wow, they're going to be awesome as always. And this new venue is just so much bigger. It's just great. And even if you don't have any entries, the shopping and to meet some of the big names of the hobby that are there, it's worth it. So if you don't have plans and you can make last minute plans, come on down to Cartersville, Georgia, and support the Acme Group, the Atlanta Car Modeling Enthusiast. These guys love the hobby, and again, a class bunch of guys. Next, I wanted to look at, well, I do want to touch on this. Check that out. I tell you, 3D printing stuff is coming a long way. But again, I'm not going to get into a lot of that stuff. Detailing 3D printed tires. Even though I have my own techniques for detailing tires, I always check out whatever is new or available or new ideas. Hey, great stuff. What I wanted to share with you was something. Here we go. The last Klingon cruiser. I might have to back off the camera a little bit. And sorry about the glare, guys. But the last Klingon cruiser. If you are new to the hobby or don't remember much about the Klingon Cruiser Award from the Great Salt Lake Model Car Championships, the International Championships, well, this was the last Klingon Cruiser Award. And what the Klingon Cruiser was back in the beginning, if you took, kind of like what I did as a kid, when I used to get those old 60s kits they were like 3-in-1, 4-in-1, but they had 3 different versions of a custom, or 2 different versions of a custom, and then you had a stock version or a race version. Yeah. For me, it was fun to put every single piece in the box. If it came with 2 or 3 different styles of tail lights, I'd figure out a way to get them all on there. Extra fins, chrome strips, just all kinds of louvers, all kinds of stuff. The more you could pack on it to make it look like kind of spacey. And that's what the first one came up to be kind of like, was, hey, that looks like a Klingon thing. You know, just something off the hook. And so there you go. So the most unique, I want to say custom car, but at the same time, some of the winners were actually like a race car made out of a Batmobile or some all crazy thing. But it was just a unique idea to be able to do that. But this thing was beautiful, and then how it was made. Check the fabric out. And that clear bubble top. Truly a Klingon cruiser. Triple warp cores there. But is that not cool? And the subtle striping that are just within it. But what an awesome thing. And you know, unique ideas like this, great stuff. Klingon cruiser, just something out of this world. Next, I wanted to share with you this thing. This Cutlass. Now, number one, that's not a resin body. To my knowledge, there was never a funny car. I want to say there was a Pro Stock, but to my knowledge, there was never a funny car that was a Cutlass. And this is not a resin body either. This is something scratch built. But one of the things that is so unique about this is check out the tires. white walls, white wall drag slicks, and front runners. Is that not cool? I just think that is just so creative. That is just so cool. You got a funny car kit, basically, and you start grafting and putting things together. And check that out. And the spokes. This is just very creative. And then how the body was grafted together. And see, this is the kind of thing I love to do. I did a stock car like this back before the, I think it was the 87, 88 Thunderbirds came out. I took the stock kit and grafted all that stuff together. I still have that body somewhere. I just need to find it. That'd make a nice video too. But really, really cool. And of course, a customed out engine. But check out that body before you got your mud and cleaned up. I just love seeing those things too done that way. The other thing is, believe it or not, I spend a lot of time on the body work, but believe it or not, I just don't like body work as much as I do detailing engines, chassis, other stuff. That's my least favorite, but I do take the pride in doing it right. But check this out. All of this masking, honestly, for me, it's a little bit of a pain. But, dude, is the reward worth it? And, of course, just like you see the graphics down in there. And this is just so simple. Look at it. Just a piece of lace that's grafted in, airbrushed over, then you clear over it. It's just really just so creative. And like I said, all the work is worth the extra effort. It really is. But I just think a Cutlass funny car, is that not cool? There's another good look at those white wall. I would have never thought of a white wall drag slick like that. Now in the 50s, they had those wide white wall slicks, but in a modern car, never would have thought of that. How cool. And there's one other thing, sketch pad. I love this because the sketch pad, even if it's not your genre, you're going to get ideas on things you could do. Now check this out. You notice, look at the ribbing and it's just a bubble top. The whole thing is clear. And guys, this wouldn't be hard to do if you're doing vacuum forming. Very easy to do and add that. But check out this monster drag car right here. I love the way that front end is leaned back. And you got twin engines, 4-wheel drive. Get those monster slicks up front and in back, tucked up underneath there. Sloped front, or windshield area there. This is creative ideas. And there used to be a, I can't remember what contest it was, but they had a sketch pad where you had to display the magazine of a sketch of a car and then your version of it. In fact, my buddy Todd Heinzelman won at Toledo one year with a sketch pad vehicle that he had built. But is that not just cool? Then, of course, there's the show coverage. That's SoCal Open. A lot of great stuff there. Like I said, I'm not going to take away from Tim. He did a great job with that. Scale rods and mods. Just absolutely awesome, awesome magazine. And this is that second issue, like I said. There was one other one I wanted to share. Where did it go? There it is. Iceman Collection's Uncertainty, and this is a review on it. And that's another thing I love about this mag, as well as model cars, is you've got the kit reviews. And this is a 3D printed kit. Honestly, I was never a fan of the Uncertainty because to me it was just a little too uncertain. But it is a unique rod. I would probably build one. It's unique. Like I said, I don't know, just something about the look just didn't sit with me, but to each their own. Love the little wind up thing there in the back. like you'd wind up an old toy. But really cool, and this thing was very, very well built too. Then the other kit reviews, there's that Mercury pickup truck we took a look at a few weeks back, and some other goodies here. Really nice stuff. Now, so what's going on in Hobbydude's world? Well, we have had, as I mentioned in a short back at the start of this, some damage to the property, or to our different properties, and nothing serious. The house wasn't touched, by God's grace. We were fine there. It did take the siding off of one of our one whole side off of one of our outbuildings. It took the roof completely off the wood shop in the back, which is about, I guess, about 40 feet from the house, 45 feet from the house. It took the roof and just peeled it clean off. As you see, it's laying here in the yard, and you see the power cable is still down. We haven't got that up. I've got all the power turned off to the building, but that's still in the process of being fixed. A lot of trees down in the back 40, as you see all here. Still doing a lot of cleanup. There's just so much. Got the front yard fairly cleaned up at both locations. Working on this. My combat pistol alley range, as you see here, these trees are down all over the place, so that's kind of scratched right now. Don't know that I'll get that back up or when, but anyway, guys, we were lucky. Even with all of this, we were very, very blessed. Just 28 miles north of us on Highway 9 is the village of Chimney Rock, North Carolina, just over the state line, right near our home here. And we're only 55 miles from Asheville, and you see Asheville, North Carolina in the news quite a bit too. They got hammered really, really bad. So keep these guys in your prayer. In the Asheville area and between Asheville and Chimney Rock, as I understand it, they don't know how many people are still missing. I think the death toll for all 6 states so far was in the 240 plus range. But in western North Carolina, there's still, last I heard, almost 200 people still unaccounted for. Remember them in your prayers. You see here, Chimney Rock, nice little tourist village, beautiful place. In fact, Chimney Rock Lake Lure is where the movie Dirty Dancing was filmed. And I understand the resorts there, as well as the little town of Chimney Rock, as you see here before and then after, is just pretty much gone. So remember these guys in your prayers, because their businesses as well as their homes are really, really messed up. So remember them. Guys, thank you so much for your prayers. I've missed you guys. Got an update on the 30-second scale that'll be coming up too, with no power. And the internet was one thing, but with no power, let me tell you, I couldn't even get out here in the shop and work. So I'm just so grateful that everything is back kind of where we can get some things done. But guys, we love you. We thank you. And God bless. We will see you shortly in another video. Thanks, guys.